Их вертушка подбита.
Hey guys, you know what? I'm gonna say, Battlefield Hardline was a great game, and not only by looking at the recent games like the last Battlefield, no, it was good from the beginning. So let's talk about it a little bit and I will explain why. But before we'll get into the details, I have a warning message for you. This all is a personal opinion, so you may leave your thoughts down in the comments. Let's kick off with elephant in the room, and that's a setting. I know that most of you guys love actual military setting, and that was a problem for many of the fans. But you know what? It wasn't a problem for me at all, and even more. Being a huge movie fan, I love movies about cops and robbers like Heat or Town of Thieves or End of Watch, so setting for me was just fine. And more importantly, the whole movie atmosphere was transferred in a game the best way possible. Even more, I would say that I even liked that they tried something new and used this setting. Also, some gamers mentioned that if there wasn't a Battlefield name on this game, then it would have succeeded. But well, I guess we will never know the answer for that. Moving on to the Gunplay and Movement. The Gunplay and Movement felt smooth and even more satisfying than the BF4. It somehow felt a little beefier, I would say. You may disagree with me upon that, but it's up to you. So in general, I liked it. Now let's talk about the maps, and boy oh boy, they are amazing. Each map has its vibe and the story behind it, with some movie references included. Not gonna lie, getting back to Hardline in 2025 after all these recent games with open spaced maps, with no cover and built only with grey concrete, glass and rock, feels quite good. And the maps from DLC, like Hollywood Heights, Pacific Highway and Thin Ice, oh man, they are so cool. Interesting fact, getting back to this game, I cannot remember any map that I hate to see in the rotation, which is kinda unusual. Moving on to the game modes. Yes, we lost Rush, but instead we got Blood Money and Hotwire that I personally really enjoy. And I'm not even talking about competitive modes like Rescue or Crosshair and the whole Ran game mode. Also, Heist game mode feels somewhat like Rush. So, marking the modern game dev, I feel like this wasn't way too much to ask back in the days. And I'm not even mentioning that Hardline had voice chat and scoreboard from day one. But anyway, moving on to the sound design. And the gun sounds are amazing. Almost as good as they were in the Bad Company 2. You can instantly identify what gun is shooting near your position. But you know what is even cooler than that? The soundtrack, and it's a straight banger. Obviously, I cannot turn it on for this video because of the copyrights, but I guess that you can remember this infamous whoop whoop, that's the sound of the police. Anyway, next in our list is the support of the game with the DLCs. A couple past games in the franchise suffered greatly because of the lack of the content, but Hardline haven't had this problem. All DLCs were full of content with maps, guns and even game modes. And all this content wasn't copied and pasted. Every DLC had its own unique style, which I highly appreciated. Let's finesse all this conversation with the last chapter, where I combined all those small things that I was quite excited about. First one is the campaign, and unlike 2042, Hardline actually had one, and in my opinion it was worth completing at least once. It looked like classic Hollywood movie that you can watch on Friday, not as good as the Point Break or Training Day, but good enough to be played, as I've said, at least once. Second one, the unlock system, and I really liked it. So you can earn in-game dollars and buy whatever weapon or skin you want, which gives you an option to decide what you want to play with. Also, oddly enough, playing Hardline in 2025, I still can find people who farm money in a Hotwire, even though they are already level 150, so they just enjoy earning money. How cool is that? Moving on to the Easter eggs, and well, that's a small thing, but still entertaining as hell. Phantom Program was really cool, and somewhere in the video you'll see my achievements. Triple barrel shotgun, which is, to be honest, kinda trash since it shoots slugs but you'll need 2 shots for a kill. And of course, the Syndicate gun, one of the rarest guns that you can get in the whole franchise. There is a cool story about me unlocking this beast, but maybe I'm gonna tell it next time, we'll see. And the last thing in this chapter are the ribbons, coins and dog tags. And those things may be insignificant to majority of players, but not for me. Do you remember the days when knifing a person and taking the dog tags would put them in your inventory? How cool is that? And I'm not even talking about Bad Company 2, when you could have seen all the personalized dog tags that you ever taken from your enemies. What happened to all of that? And speaking about these small things creating the atmosphere, try to remember the pile of colorful crap that 2042 shows you. Absolutely no satisfaction of receiving those. On the other side of the coin, in terms of the things that I personally didn't like in Hardline, there are only 2 points. The first one is the lack of the destruction, and the second one is the fact that Hardline initially should have been a 3rd installment of the Bad Company that I'm still kinda waiting for. So summarizing all of that said before, I really liked Hardline and I wish it could have received more credit, which may lead DICE to do more spin-off games like Hardline and Bad Company. Well, that's it from me. If you agree or disagree with me, let me know down in the comments below. And enjoy the rest of the video. Goodbye.
Этого завалил! Готов! Этого завалил! Помогите мне!
Возвращайтесь в кафе.
Еще один готов! Подозреваемый устранен! Готов! Готов! Ничего себе! Граната! Я поймал его! Я взял патроны! Этот готов! Никуда не денется.
Подстрелил противника!
Захваченную наличность потеряли.
Вырубил подозреваемого! Один из них готов!
Потерял деньги на улице.
Устранил одного!
Спрячьте наличность.
Подстрелил подозреваемого! Противник устранен!
Вот так-то! Один готов!
Отлично, парни. Но есть еще один. Прикончите его.
Заряды стоят! Назад! Я взорву тут все! Прикройте меня! Подозреваемый устранен! Подозреваемый устранен.
Пошли, быстрее!
Подозреваемый нейтрализован.